Hey, what's going on, you freaks and geeks? It's your boy Casey, and I'm back with another track. Now, this one's called Re-Educate, and it's by my boy Yellowwolf. If you haven't heard this one, I'll post a link down below in the descriptions. Y'all go over and show my boy some love. No further ado, but let's get it poppin'.
My heart pounding as I ran for home late that night, with fear in my eyes, running away from the whites. A voice from above said, avoid that misguiding light. So I run for darkness, now I feel so alone. I see the lights of my village and I'm almost home. Too late, we're stolen from homes, kidnapped from families. I'm looking for answers to why your God can't stand me. I'm only 8, mind frame is too small to comprehend the word hate. I'm so innocent, I swear this has to be a mistake. So I'm led to believe in your organized religion. So God wants you to molest.
He started off really strong. From my understandings, this is from the residential school. He had some people give him a little bit of a story to put out to our youth of, life's not hard. If it wasn't for our elders trying to make life what it is now, we wouldn't have the freedom that we have. We only have so little around right now. And, I embrace everything that they have. I encourage a lot of my youth to keep pushing instead of being stuck in that same spot. And from my understandings, my boy stressed it out. It's a really good story. I'm going to have to replay this a little. So let's go back a bit.
My heart pounding as I ran for home late that night, with fear in my eyes, running away from the whites. A voice from above said, avoid that misguiding light. So I run for darkness, now I feel so alone. I see the lights of my village and I'm almost home. Too late, we're stolen from homes, kidnapped from families. I'm looking for answers to why.
A lot of our elders were kidnapped. They were put into schools that they didn't want to attend to. But back then they didn't have the choice because of the Christians, taking upon our people and everything that was done in there. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I've heard stories. And, hearing his side, man, it's pretty heart touching. Every time I listen to this, it just mind blows. It's, something else that he's on. And props to him for this story. And I really hope this gets out more, because a lot of our people need to hear something like this. Because, I've been seeing a lot of our people on the streets due to methamphetamine, alcohol. Myself, I was an addict for a long time, and, I've been sober for the last 6 years. Trying to cope with my mind all over again, it was hard, but I kept thinking of all these stories that I heard of our elders, everything that they were put through. The life that I had was nothing compared to what they went through. I send the blessings out to all our lost loved ones, that were in this. And, it's a blessing for my boy to have a story like this to share with us. It's something that I want to push out there for our community to, embrace this story. Now let's go.
Your God can't stand me. I'm only 8, mind frame is too small to comprehend the word hate. I'm so innocent, I swear this has to be a mistake. So I'm led to believe in your organized religion. So God wants you to molest little native children. Family separated, children molested and abused. And this is stuff that you'll never hear on the news. How they stole my ancestors' future from the reservation, and us kids sent to boarding school.
Back to what I was saying, he just spoke the words that I just said about how our people were kidnapped from the reservations, and the time that we have right now is very important, especially with dealing with this pandemic we just went through. It's a hard loss when we lose our elders, and to have somebody sit there and give you the teachings from back in the day. We don't have a whole lot of that right now. I just wanted to share a little.
I'm so lonely. What message is the creator trying to send? I'm so cold, so lonely without a friend. Sit in this white man's world, do my best to blend. Children sent to a world of hurt, what a destination. Keyword for the government was assimilation. Canada's true history has yet to be told. So me and the kids wrote the song so the truth will unfold.
So much humiliation for so many nations. It's time to read.
Very powerful verse. I know I've taken a few pauses here, but that was a very powerful verse from my guy. Embracing everything that he was told from elders that shared the story to him. It's impactful if this track could get out there. Having our youth listen to something like this, open up the eyes of many, I'm hoping.
Educate the new generation. The past was hard, but the future's for the kids. The way of my people is how I'm gonna live. So much humiliation for so many nations. It's time to re-educate the new generation. The past was hard, but the future's for the kids. The way of my people is how I'm gonna live.
I'm growing older now, forgetting my tradition. Got locked in a closet cause a nun said I never listened. I was hurting many times from the priest and nun. Spoke my language the last time cause they stuck a needle.
Just 1 second here.
People is how I'm gonna live.
I'm growing older now, forgetting my tradition. Got locked in a closet cause a nun said I never listened.
The way that our tradition is no longer so sacred. We used to be a powerful group of family way back when. It was, our traditional longhouse, it wasn't put out to the public. There was gatherings that we did that were so sacred that it used to scare the Caucasian people, and now we have Caucasian people entering into our sacred gatherings like the traditional longhouse or smudging or things like that. I know they want to be a part of it, but in my eyes, I think it's wrong because of everything that we were put through by Caucasian people. And, this is a little something that I feel. I've used this in a couple of my songs, the way that, things like this changed our tradition, and the way that our youths are going upon this rough road, it's even make it worse for our community, for our people, trying to stay strong. I hear it a lot that elders no longer want to speak to our generation because everything's about I know. Nothing is about learning from what our elders had struggled through. They know as much as they know because they've experienced a lot and heard stories about from their parents. They're just passing on stories. Now it's dead. And I stress to it a lot. Teachings are there for a reason. For guidance. For myself, when I was going through my addiction, if it wasn't for all the teachings that were brought to me, I never really realized until I was a year sober, like, dang, a lot's changed. Everything has impacted our people with the elders staying home and, things like that,
I was hurting many times from the priest and nun. Spoke my language the last time cause they stuck a needle through my tongue. I never did nothing, I never started trouble. So why's my backside always sing a belt buckle? We were kidnapped, slapped, separated and hated. Every day I was called a dirty little native. Why am I called a savage? Why am I treated like a beast? I'm just a
that's the way it was back in the day. You know, we have it easier these days. Sure, slurs get put out there as us native people being called chugs or, you know, things like that, but, you know, it's not as bad as it was before. And I understand where my guy's coming from in this track, you know, trying to force that thought into everybody's mind, especially our youth, about, you know, for our parents or our grandparents, you know, the way things used to be about getting a lick in, or our grandparents, how they couldn't speak our language. You know, as myself, I'm picking up on things like that, trying to learn our native language. And, you know, I wish that we did have more elders to learn that from. But, you know, like I said, the way things went, you know, it's because of our use. It's why we don't have them to teach us anymore. Let's get back into it.
Young child, I forgot the word peace. I wanna run away from this residential school, cause every day it's destroying my mental views on family, trust, God, but most of all love. It feels like no one answers me when I look above, but I made it. I got to see my grandchildren go. This stuff's been bottled too long, and I think the world should know that we're still alive. They'll never destroy our spirit. I hope you don't just listen to the song, I want you to feel it, cause we were here in the beginning, we'll be here till the end. So thank you for listening. I mean,
so much humiliation for so many nations. It's time to re-educate the new generation.
And another powerful verse from my guy. You know, he got his words on point. I give him my arms up, my hands up. You know, this is something that I, you know, take the hat off for, man. Respects. Keep up your grind. I hope that we hear more of this from you, and everything that you have in the future, I hope it rides along this road.
Past was hard, but the future's for the kids. The way of my people is how I'm gonna live. So much humiliation for so many nations. It's time to re-educate the new generation. The past was hard, but the future's for the kids. The way of my people is how I'm gonna live.
Okay, now that was it. That was called Re-Educate by my boy Yellowwolf. Y'all go and support the artist if you want to hear the full track. I know I've taken a lot of pauses in this, but I have to share my point of view, what I thought of it. And if you want to listen to the whole song, hit the link down below in the descriptions. Go over and show my boy some love. Now it's your boy Casey. I'm out.